As opposed to spending his time worrying about the series we were making, he was worried about how to get it renewed, because the renewal meant money to Gene. So while we were doing the show, Gene was organizing the fans on who to write to, what to do, how to campaign.
I think he really did a great job of organizing the energy that was available with the Star Trek fans. Star Trek was never very popular in numbers, but the following that we had was intense.
Star Trek's loyal fan base was Roddenberry's secret weapon. Among the very first Trekkies were Bjo and John Trimble.
Hi.
Hi.
Come on in.
Come on in.
Determined to keep the show on air, they spearheaded Roddenberry's campaign.
Star Trek was very different from any other show that came along. Here was a show that they were going to turn around and cancel. No. That really annoyed me. I think we had a moral prerogative not just to save the show, but to let these networks know that the public had an opinion. We discovered that Paramount had bags and bags of mail that they had never told the Star Trek offices about. Getting access to the mail bags was fairly easy. Gene Roddenberry wrote a memo to them and said they're authorized to do this.
Using the addresses from the mailbags, Bjo and John then sent out letters to the fans, asking them to put pressure on NBC. Other die-hard fans took a more radical approach.
I had a friend of mine, who was vice president of NBC, they gave out his phone number. It got too much. NBC contacted me and said, you got to call off these people. I said, I'm not doing it. I have nothing to do with these people. You know, they're Roddenberry's fan groups.
Letters and phone calls weren't enough. Turning up the heat, Roddenberry then mobilized his Trekkie troops, encouraging over 500 to march on NBC.
It was about half serious and half a lark. But they had a good day, and Gene did join that. He was supposed to be incognito, but come on, he stood something like 6'3". The fans just loved it. They bragged about that for a long time.
It was a full-fledged campaign, how to get NBC to do it through embarrassment, pressure, whatever. And NBC finally said, okay.
NBC executives decided to bow down to public pressure and committed to another 24-episode Star Trek season.
NBC announced on air that Star Trek would be picked up for a third season to put a stop to all this angry energy that was coming at them. I thought, okay, we're going back for a third season.
And when we heard, yes, we're going to get a third season, it's like, yes!
Thanks to Roddenberry's determination and his tenacious Trekkies, Star Trek returned to the airwaves in the autumn of 1968.